welcome to the University of the Free State.
Wa amohela ho University of the Free State.
Welkom bij de Universiteit van de Vrystaat.
Siyakwamukela eNyuvesi yase-Free State.
Situated in the heart of South Africa, my university is a creation of the past, the present, and the future. Across our 3 campuses, 7 faculties have been home to some of the most magnificent minds. Everything we do is rooted in our values of excellence, innovation and impact, accountability, care, social justice, and sustainability. We have been changing the world for more than a century. We continue to pave the way and inspire a fresh stream of knowledge and skill to follow in the footsteps of our scholars and alumni. We hunger for knowledge that will help us to be better and to do better. Our facilities encourage excellence, pulling us towards the light of new insight and ways of applying what we know. We lead by example, advocating sustainability in everything that we do. While we are making a current impact, we are also steering towards the future with the knowledge and skills we need to take the lead. The next 12 years will be especially significant in our growth as our Vision 130 unfolds, which will peak in 2034 when the University of the Free State celebrates 130 years of existence. Vision 130 is our strategic intent to reposition the university for 2034. Join us on this journey. Together, we will go further.
Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. That's much better. It's a day for celebration. So good afternoon, distinguished guests. By virtue of the power vested in me as acting Chancellor, I hereby constitute this congregation of the University of the Free State for the awarding and conferral of qualifications in the faculties of the humanities, natural and agricultural sciences, and theology and religion. I therefore award and confer qualifications to and on all the candidates presented by the Dean of the respective faculty present to this congregation. In addition, I hereby award and confer qualifications to and on those whose names appear in the program but who are not present here today. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, graduates, and parents and family. I'm Professor Philippe Burger. I'm the Acting Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic at the University of the Free State. It is indeed an honor for me to render the role of Program Director and to deliver the welcome address at this special occasion. Today is indeed a special day. Few occasions hold as much significance as your graduation, both for you and for those who have supported you all along the way. Many of you have had to overcome a lot during your journey to get here today. Many of you are the first in your families to reach this significant milestone. You've earned this moment, and you should be extremely proud of your achievement. Graduates, you have had the honor of studying at a 120-year-old institution. Always acknowledge and recognize the significance of your achievements as you transition from being a University of the Free State student to a UFS graduate and member of our alumni. As you step into the world beyond the University of the Free State, remember that your education is a powerful tool. I urge you to use it to create positive change, to question the status quo, and to pursue your passions with determination. The future may seem uncertain, but it is filled with possibilities waiting for you and your unique talents and contributions. Although the mission of our university has always been to equip you with the knowledge and skills needed to make a difference in your field of study, we are also mindful that values are just as important for you to make a difference in your community. The UFS places great emphasis on ensuring that students and staff have an outstanding university experience. In our pursuit of excellence, we are honored and proud that our environment is conducive to intellectual and personal growth. As such, our values of excellence, innovation, and impact, accountability, care, social justice, and sustainability are embedded in all activities across the institution. As you embark on your next adventure, carry with you the lessons learned and the courage to forge your own path. The world is full of challenges, but it is also full of opportunities. Celebrate your success, cherish the memory, and embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. The world is yours to explore, and we cannot wait to see all the amazing things that you will do and accomplish. Congratulations to all our graduates this afternoon. May you have continued success in all your endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence with the program, I would like to highlight a few house rules. These are the following. So the university makes use of official photographers who are present in the hall today. So please, when you are in front here, smile. When you're over there getting hooded, Yeah, smile, you are on camera. Those who will arrive after the pre-ceremony announcements are requested to refer to the graduation events program. Now, today is time to celebrate the achievements of each graduate. Hearing the full name of each student being announced is important to everyone. So, I'm just going to repeat that. To hear the full names of each student being announced is important to everyone. You are therefore asked to limit cheers and loud exclamations, making them short enough for everybody to hear the announcement of the next student's name. Okay, so let's hear every student's name as they come past the stage. We strive to conduct the graduation ceremonies in a dignified manner and ask you to refrain from leaving the hall before the end of the proceedings to avoid disturbing the ceremony. You are also asked to please keep your cell phones on silent for the duration of the ceremony. To those who receive certificates and diplomas, remember to shake the hand of the acting chancellor. To those of you who are bachelor graduates, please remember you have to kneel there with one knee on that little stool there so that the acting chancellor can tap you over the head. Okay. Then I also want to welcome a number of distinguished guests. First of all, our acting chancellor, Professor Anthea Rhoda. Guest speaker and honorary doctorate, Ms. Binta Diop. Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Vasu Reddy. Executive Director, Mr. Themba Hlaso. Deputy Registrar, Mr. Anban Naidu. President of the Convocation, Dr. Peter de Tooy. Representative for Economic and Management Sciences, Professor Lochner Marais. Dean of the Faculty of Education, Professor Luiso Gita. Representative for the Faculty of Health Sciences, Professor Chris Viljoen. Dean of the Faculty of the Humanities, Professor Mohome Masocha. Representative of the Faculty of Law, Professor Elizabeth Snyman van Deventer. Dean of the Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences, Professor Paul Oberholster. Dean of the Faculty of Theology and Religion, Professor John Claassen. And ISRC President, Mr. Lindelwa Nyaka. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm reaching the end of my talk. Our next item will be a music item for today's, and it features a Grammy Award nominated song by the American singer Katy Perry, and the song is called Roar. It's a power pop song with lyrics centering on standing up for oneself and self-empowerment. The song was released in 2013, and by the end of that year, it had sold over 9.9 million units globally. To date, the music video has reached more than 4 billion views on YouTube. Today, the song will be performed by Martinet Spoelstra with the graduation processional drummers and the graduation instrumental ensemble. Please put your hands together for Martinet.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. You see it all, you see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, fire, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than the lion. 'Cause I am the champion, You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I seen it all, I see it now. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. You see it all, you see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fire, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Louder, louder than the lion. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. You're gonna hear me roar. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. You're gonna hear me roar.
Thank you, Martinette, for that fantastic rendition of the song Roar. I think it energized this hall and set the right tone for the afternoon. Also, thank you to the processional drummers and the instrumental ensemble. Honorary qualifications awarded by the University of the Free State serve to reflect the commitment of the institution to both the academic and human projects, excellence particularly in the service of humanity. These qualifications are bestowed on an individual with an outstanding academic track record who enjoys international recognition, or to an individual, not necessarily an academic, whose accomplishments in the fields of science, art, economics, media, culture, leadership, or education have made a difference in the world and whose influence and work may have been of benefit to the development of South Africa. I am therefore pleased to call upon the Dean of the Faculty of the Humanities, Professor Masoga, who will introduce and present the honorary doctorate recipient. Professor Masoga.
Acting Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Africa Studies, honoris causa, on the candidate that I present to you. Her Excellency Ms. Bineta Diop is Special Envoy of the Chairperson of the African Union Commission on Women, Peace and Security. She studied management in France and public relations and communication in Switzerland. She has led numerous peace-building programs enhancing women's participation in peace processes, played an instrumental role in achieving gender parity within the African Union Commission 2003, and in the African Union's adoption of the Solemn Declaration on Gender Equality in Africa in 2004, and the Protocol to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights on the Rights of Women in Africa 2003. She led the establishment of the Gender is My Agenda campaign network and the African Women Leaders Network, and participated in reconciliation processes in Burundi, Liberia, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Ms. Bineta Diop has observed elections in several countries and serves on a commission of inquiry into violence against women in South Sudan. She founded the Empowering Women in Agriculture Initiative in Africa and Firmes Africa Solidarité. The university is proud to recognize the achievements of Her Excellency Ms. Diop with this well-deserved honorary doctorate.
A heartfelt congratulations to Ms. Diop. On this remarkable acknowledgement, I'm pleased to request you to make your way to the podium to deliver your acceptance speech.
Acting Chancellor, Professor Antea Rode, and Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor, members of Rectorate, Deans of Faculties, distinguished teaching and non-teaching staff, parents and graduates, esteemed guests, class of 2024, ladies and gentlemen. I'm deeply honored to accept this honorary degree from the University of the Free State at the Bloemfontein campus. It's truly humbling to be associated with this esteemed institution, one of the oldest and most respected centers of higher learning in South Africa. This degree signifies recognition of the efforts of African women and youth in advancing the women, peace, and security agenda across our continent. I'm coming very far from Senegal, West Africa, accompanied by a delegation, and you allow me to recognize them. My daughter Kumba, my friend Joyce Menskol, and Uriatu Damfaka, representing the chairperson of the African Union Commission. This honorary degree from the University of the Free State officially makes me as an alumni of this distinguished institution that has nurtured brilliant and innovative minds and shaped citizens of South Africa and around the world, who were encouraged to hold high values and principles over the past 120 years. Many have made profound contribution across various sectors, contributing to the economy and society within South Africa and beyond. I am immensely grateful. I want to share this honor with the countless women, men, youth, and children in conflict zones, many of whom I met during my missions in the field as the African Union Special Envoy on Women, Peace, and Security. Those who have been forcibly displaced within their countries or have fled had to flee across borders to refugee camps. Millions of people are in their need of protection. Not just the protection, but to need peace, humanitarian assistance, as well as our moral and financial support. There are reignite my passion for serving humanity every day of my life. My many and long experience, work, and insight in conflict prevention, peacekeeping, and peace building at local, national, and international level have inspired my dedication to peace and security for over 3 decades. I did not start off as an activist. I came from a very traditional and religious family where I was not supposed to attend school. I'm grateful to my mother, who inspired and ignored the rules, ensuring that I receive an education to improve myself and serve the community. My mother taught me service to fellow humans and without expecting anything in return. I will spend the rest of my life trying to make a difference, whether I have a little or not. We understand the linkages between gender inequities and the lacks of peace and security. We also know the linkages between impunity, violence, and the lack of peace and security. I have been focusing some of my efforts on the process of adopting new laws for our countries, but also for other countries and other nations. Let me go back quickly to my life. Indeed, after acquiring an education, I work with human rights organizations such as the International Commission of Jurists in Geneva, which exposed me to issues of human rights, peace, security, and development. More importantly, my education and work experience have taught me the importance of safeguarding women's rights in a patriarchal system replete with social barriers that limit their aspiration. As a special envoy, I stand before you while the African continent grapples with myriad of complex and intersecting challenges. We face a situation where our planet and our people are at the brink of disaster. So, however, I think we should not place blame alone. We need to provide solution. So let me just say that, ladies and gentlemen, meaningful solution to this complex problem hinge on the active participation and leadership of women and youth in our effort to silence the gun, promote good governance, uphold democracy, and ensure respect for human rights and the rule of law, critical component for achieving a peaceful and secure Africa. As I become a member of the family of the University of State and its Faculty of Art and Humanity that values social justice and sustainability, positioning itself as an ideal platform will allow me to further advocate for the inclusion of women and youth in peace and security process across Africa. The University of the Free State, for me, is now part of my family. In closing, I sincerely thank the university for this extraordinary recognition today. I eagerly anticipate joining hands with all of you in building a prosperous, peaceful, and inclusive Africa. I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Diop. Distinguished guests, how about another round of applause? I'm now pleased to introduce the Dean of the Faculty of the Humanities, Professor Masogo, who will present his candidates.
Acting Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to award the following qualifications to the candidates that I introduced to you. The Faculty of the Humanities certificates, the bachelor's degrees, honors degrees, master's and doctoral degrees. Higher certificate in Humanities, Communication Studies and Psychology. Kasu MP. Malinga PP. Mukoloko DP. Mpatswani BS. Nkopane RP. Tipe T. Higher certificate in Humanities, Communication Studies and Sociology. Nzama T. Solo LKC. Hadebe PR. Tejani M. Higher certificate in Humanities, Political Science and Psychology. Simelane MM. Postgraduate Diploma in Governance and Political Transformation. Towson SM. Bachelor of Arts. Kribi SP. Gamma H. Kanyele ZN. Ndleche CBR. Mlambo SF. Nisi MM. Mukondana TJ. Muloi N. Velase ZT. Ntejane S. Mhlakeng EM. Sokela M. Twala BP. Zondo A. Bachelor of Arts in Governance and Political Transformation. Botsani B. Chichongwe PD. Letebele T. Matolo PS. Menkis DA. Nkatu TD. Mwemise K. Muloi T. Olifant P. File MM. All right. Thank you. Zondo MN. Thank you. Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Organizational Communication. Thank you. Mutaung TJR. Ngubane SE. Sigo TE. Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. Bembe M. Lekafola MU. Bachelor of Arts majoring in Communication Science and Psychology. Mahau MP. Bachelor of Arts majoring in Psychology and English. Mazubuko NN. Bachelor of Social Science. Banda B. Dube NT. Thank you. Erasmus D. Johnson JJ. Yankees LB. Keith LD. Kemi CS. Kwaza E. Koza TJ. Kubeka SNS. Thank you. Leboho MM. Lisenyeho BG. Litsiri T. Magubane LS. Magwai P. Mahosi MR. Mamabolo AM. Marabe MJ. Masiza S. Ndladla NE. Thank you. Meje KV. Mkhize NN. Musemang TT. Mwekezi LA. Mweti MN. Mosamme LB. Mohokare DN. Mwiketi PC. Thank you. Thank you. Mukhosi KF. Molefe MR. R. Muloy NJ. Mulotsi TK. Mutobi RC. Mtetwa MK. Mweza S. Ndlovu M. Ngobo LC. Nkwale MG. Nonzombo SV. Njingile NR. Ntuli S. Mwawe S. Rabanye KT. Thank you. Raleboa, thank you. Ramutlo NM. Sesing ON. Shabangu Z. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shuping. Thank you. Shuping MP. Sibeko S. Thale LT. Sosibo N. Sweni RK. Felyun E. Kaba TE. Kalebile NV. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Business Management and Psychology. Letala N. Mbele NM. Munsu KD. Nyapuli M. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Business Management and Sociology. Mukhele KB. Mutswiri SC. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Industrial Psychology and Psychology. Mhlanga TR. Musimani M. Ngobo TA. Thank you. Thanks. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Political Science. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Political Science and Criminology. Nini BMH. Singama ML. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Political Science and Sociology. Cecine KD. Thank you, Raleboch. Thanks. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Psychology and Sociology. Mapike SS. Sekese PNJ. Bachelor of Social Science, majoring in Sociology and Criminology. Mapanga SS. Suelo L. Bachelor of Arts Honors with specialization in philosophy. Khadise R. Master of Arts in Film and Visual Media. Mieni M. Thank you. Master of Arts in Governance and Political Transformation. Bosman LG. Kwalane V. Holeni RB. Mukhopanyane T. Williams SV. Thank you. Thank you. Zola TD. Master of Arts with specialization in African languages. Mbele JR. Machoborwane MA. Thank you, Raleboha. Mukoni PF. Master of Arts with specialization in anthropology. Njinga K. Master of Arts with specialization in English. Maka Huiwa T. Obtained degree with distinction. Master of Arts with specialization in history. Le Poto T.H. obtained degree with distinction. Thank you, Raleboha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, can we have order? Order, order. Order, order. Master of Arts with specialization in political science. Janse van Rensbeck, WJ, obtained degree with distinction. Thank you. Strubel RG. Master of Psychology. Thank you. Morgan K.I. Master of Social Science in Clinical Psychology. XTN NJ. Leroux MC. Muduane MRS. Naidu KA. Master of Social Science with specialization in Sociology. Nkungeka P. obtained degree with distinction. Thank you. Master of Social Science in Counseling Psychology. Ordendal L. Acting Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to confer doctoral degrees on the candidates presented to you. I request the supervisors to introduce their candidates to you.
Afternoon, everybody. The following is Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in anthropology. At the moment, Ms. Shange Nombulelo Tolitemba. I agree. With a thesis titled Identity and Environmental Harmony as Practiced by Table Mountain Doctors, a Struggle Over Land and African Healing Systems. Shange tracks mountain doctors' healing and ecological ideologies. Land is seen as sacred, anchoring humanity materially and spiritually. Neoliberal valuation of land is perceived as harmful, and this viewpoint challenges the Amazon development in Cape Town. Combining ethnography, grounded theory, engaging heritage institutions, archives, and thick descriptive approaches, Shange discovered a methodology called Ukutunywa, useful for resilient communities. Shange engages ideological aspects of identity, influencing existential cosmological views. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Nombulelo Tolitemba Shange.
Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in Communication Science, Mbongshu Victorine. With her thesis titled Sexuality Communication in African Families, the Dynamics of Openness and Closedness, the candidate contributes to scholarship on family sexuality communication within African families with adolescents in South Africa. This qualitative study of 20 parents of adolescents and 20 young adults argues that family communication on sexuality is minimal, clouded by communication rules, some unique to Africans in South Africa, and marred by boundary coordination that often leads to turbulence between family members. Results advise parents and adolescents on how to better communicate on this topic. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Victorine Mbangshu.
Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in English, Munduru Heziwal, with his thesis titled Literary Archives of the Namibian Genocide, an Eco-Critical Reflection, the candidate contributes to scholarship on the intersections of genocide, environmental degradation, and racism, examining how these forces intertwine in the literary portrayal of the Herero and Nama people's experiences. Through an analysis of 4 selected texts, the study argues that the narratives reveal the profound ecological and socio-cultural impacts of the genocide, highlighting the role of colonial violence in disrupting traditional environmental practices and deepening socio-economic instability in Namibia. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Heziwal Munduru.
Thank you, sir. For a Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in governance and political transformation, I present Matanga Matamela Hendrik. With his thesis titled Responsible Fiscal Governance in the Republic of South Africa, with focus on Public Accounts Committee of the Limpopo Provincial Legislature. The candidate contributes to the field of public fiscal governance. The results of his investigation exhibit the obstruction of the functions of a Public Accounts Committee due to lack of capacity and political interference. He proposes an independent fiscal council using the strengthened fiscal governance model. This model includes institutional placement of a fiscal council on provincial and national levels towards independent fiscal oversight, forecasting, and policy development. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Matamela Hendrik Matanga.
With this is titled The Role of Students in the Liberation Struggle of Zimbabwe, a case of Christian Mission Secondary School boarding in southern Zimbabwe. The candidate makes a historical intervention that demonstrates history. He opens up this historical space to the ordinary and not so prominent secondary school students whose activities in the liberation war of Zimbabwe has been marginalized. The social history approach he used gives readers a break from the nationalist and patriotic historiographies that have long been abused to mold the heroes of the liberation struggle for political expedience. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Baldwin Hobe.
Lefuo Elisha Mosilanyane. With his thesis titled The Azania People's Organization and Anti-Apartheid Struggle, Bloemfontein 1978 to 1994, the candidate contributes to this South African liberation historiography, focusing on the role of Azapo in Bloemfontein. Using oral testimonies and archival material, the findings suggest the reinterpretation of the country's liberation history. One examiner noted, quote and unquote, "This is a timely study that continues the historical criticism against the hegemonic one-sided narrative that only certain liberation movements/organizations liberated the masses of South Africa." Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Elisha Mosilanyane Lefuo.
Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in human geography, Koenai Mhlanga, with his thesis titled Political Economy of Urban Settlement Demolitions and State Power in Zimbabwe, a case study of Harare Metropolitan Province since 2013. The candidate contributes to understanding the tensions between political power, economic interests, and urban housing rights in Zimbabwe. The findings highlight the need for legislative reforms to align demolition practices with constitutional protections, aiming to safeguard the rights of vulnerable urban communities. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Koenai Mhlanga. Wisdom Sibanda, with his thesis titled Participation of Refugee Women in Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Practices, Reflection on the Experiences of Refugee Women in the Tongassara Refugee Camp, Zimbabwe. The candidate contributes to understanding the impact of gender inequality on water, sanitation, and hygiene governance in refugee camps. The findings underscore the need for participatory, inclusive approaches to address male-dominated decision-making structures that limit effective WASH implementation and increase vulnerabilities for women. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Wisdom Sibanda.
Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in sociology, Masenya Dimakatso Veronica. With a thesis titled The Afterlife of Death, Understanding Death Practices, the candidate makes a contribution to death studies. She captures the process of individuals' afterlives of death by attempting to trace the legislative, societal, and cultural networks and protocols put in place in response to death in the area of study, which is Bloemfontein. The investigation reveals the urgent need to find solutions that address the lack of regulations within the funerary industry, inclusive of indigenous burial protocols, which currently left unattended are believed to negatively affect the life of mourners and society at large. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Dimakatso Veronica Masenya. Doctor of Philosophy, which is a joint degree with the Vrije Universiteit in Amsterdam. And I welcome one of the supervisors, Professor Haile Garashi. Nsele Busisiwe Octavia. With a thesis titled A Critical Study of Community Engagement at a South African University, the candidate makes a contribution to engaged scholarship as she attempts to highlight the value of co-creation in community engagement and using co-creation as an intervention to decolonize the manner in which universities and communities engage in present-day society. Her study aims to highlight the advantages of co-creation and the value of multiple knowledges in solving societal ills which universities strive to address and grapple with. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Busisiwe Octavia Nsele.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm now pleased to introduce the Dean of the Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences, Professor Oberholzer, who will present his candidates.
Acting Council, I have the privilege of requesting you to award the following qualifications to the candidates that I introduced to you. The Faculty of Natural and Agriculture Science, bachelor degrees, postgrad diplomas, honors, masters and doctoral degrees. Postgrad diploma in integrated water resource management. Sibia S. Bachelor of Agriculture. Boshoff H. Del T. Fontaine S. Mapalala M. Matu P.P. Mugabi B. Molefi D. Matake R.C. Ntosake M. Serapelu B. Soya A.P. Chabalala J.L. Visser G.A. Bachelor of Agriculture, majoring in Agriculture Management. Yosani B. Makahula B. Sonoke R.T. Chazi N. Versveld M, with a distinction. Zuma L. B. Bachelor of Agriculture, majoring in Animal Production Management. Masiteng M. Shaba K. Wenzel J.F. Bachelor of Agriculture, majoring in Crop Production Management. Mulder A. Van der Sant H. Bachelor of Agriculture, majoring in Mixed Farming Management. Mabela K. Tonsing T. Viljoen R.J. Bachelor of Architecture. Mpofu D. Bachelor of Computer Information Systems. Dlamini D.D. Maslangu J.S. Managa B.A. Manana I. Mayeruki L.R. Mbanyele T. Nekula. Nemakula P. Sibonyoni D.S. Sibeya NZ. Sidogi E.M. Bachelors of Consumer Science. Morata O. Bachelor of Science. De Kok M.J. Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, majoring in Computer Science. Nguni B. Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, majoring in Computer Science and Business Management. Katlego Makuta. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Behavioral Genetics. Mofokeng L.K.H. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Biological Science. Sidras B.N. Kwadi B. Malinga M. Manyanye T.M. Mutupi O.R. Senama D.F. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Botany and Plant Pathology. Meyer G.M. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Chemical and Physical Science. Buthelezi S. Mokole N.I. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Forensic Science. Mageta V. Van der Walt K. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Genetics and Microbiology. Barnard D. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Genetics and Physiology. Lebotsa R.V. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Genetics and Zoology. Khailele O. Porto M.R. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Geography. Khama S. Lau C.W. Mafalasi B. Chikumambana E. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Geography and Environmental Science. Umshunu P.M. Right. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Geoinformatics. Johnson A.L.H. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Geology. Matlocha M.N. Bachelor of Science, majoring in Mathematics and Mathematical Statistics. Gumani L. Bachelor of Agriculture, Honours, majoring in Agriculture Management. Mitsia Beng, R.R. Bachelor of Computer Information Systems, Honours. Tlamini D. Bachelor of Science, Honours, majoring in Geohydrology. Otsloli T. Bachelor of Science Honours majoring in Zoology. Bly LL. Mohoso KM. Masileni IN. Masters of Agriculture with specialization in food and nutrient security. Mbongu ML. Master of Disaster Management. Papela MB. Corey N. Nkuna SR. Master of Science in Agriculture, majoring in agrometeorology. Makuya V. Master of Science in Agriculture, majoring in agronomy. Similane B. Master of Science in Agriculture, majoring in plant breeding. Sefume LD with a distinction. Master of Science in Nanoscience. Kwesha In. Mabe MP with a distinction. Chesla P. Master of Science, majoring in Agriculture Economics. Kotze Hendrik Christian with a distinction. Strijdom JJ. Sorry. Master of Science, majoring in agrometeorology. Sichabella AM. Master of Science, majoring in astrophysics. Kulik DM with a distinction. Master of Science, majoring in behavioral genetics. Vit SL with a distinction. Master of Science, majoring in botany. Enema in P with a distinction. Zondu SNN. Master of Science, majoring in consumer science. Moahi SF with a distinction. Tom I. Master of Science, majoring in genetics. Notani M.D. with a distinction. Peterson A. Master of Science, majoring in geohydrology. Fisher C.E. with a distinction. Maluleke N.V. Mbonabi L.S. Nape T.E. with a distinction. Pikizu Z with a distinction. Cheku T.I. Van Dijk G.P. Master of Science, majoring in geology. Kapabilu A. with a distinction. Master of Science, majoring in integrated water management. Magera M.K. Matiba R.N. Master of Science, majoring in mathematical statistics. Monareng J. Master of Science, majoring in microbiology. Belter B. with a distinction. Lawrence T. Swart R. Master of Urban and Regional Planning. Lukosi S. Malachi N.P. Yeah. Acting Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to confirm doctoral degrees on the candidates presented to you. I request the supervisors to introduce the candidates to you.
Thank you, sir.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in Animal Science. With a thesis titled Genetic and Phenotypic Characterization of the Indigenous Sangha Cattle of Namibia, the candidate contributes to our knowledge of the diversity of Namibia's indigenous Sangha cattle, whether crossbreeding with other breeds is diluting the indigenous gene pool, and through selection signature analysis identified candidate genes that were selected for the different ecotypes by the environment, as well as by traditional and cultural practices. This study showed the value of the indigenous cattle, especially in the face of climate change, and the importance of conservation and sustainable use of the indigenous cattle. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Deirdre Janiari.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in Agronomy Interdisciplinary, Ingrid Alleman. With a thesis titled Allelopathic Properties of Amaranthus gruentus, the candidate contributes to agronomy by enhancing understanding of allelopathy, which may influence future crop production. The research highlights Amaranthus gruentus as a promising food source with high nutritional value and mineral content, while also emphasizing the importance of its allelopathic properties. Recognizing its dual role as a food source and also as a natural herbicide, along with its impact as a weed, it is critical for crop management. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Ingrid Alleman.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in Animal Science, Payus Georgette Maria. With a thesis titled Breed Genetic and Heterotic Effects on Variability of Growth and Efficiency Traits in Beef Cattle in South Africa, the candidate indicates differences in the response of breeds' genotype to the environment. This information can assist both commercial and emerging farmers to produce more efficiently. The results indicate that the appropriate use of crossbreeding technology can improve sustainability through a balance of meat production relative to the animal's carbon footprint. This can also contribute to the well-being of economically disadvantaged beef cattle farmers in South Africa. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Georgette Payus Maria.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in Chemistry, Friedrich Jacobus Francois Jacobs, with his thesis title, Rhenium Model Drug Development on the Interoperable Interface between Small Molecule and Macromolecular Structure. The candidate made an important contributions to the understanding of how small metal-based structures interacts with large macromolecular molecules. The candidate contributed valuable information to solving the interoperability challenges faced by the small and macromolecular crystallographic community. Several ligand systems and metal complexes utilizing cobalt, copper, and rhenium metals were designed, synthesized, characterized with biological interactions in mind to expand the knowledge base for anti-cancer and antibacterial research. The candidate was awarded the prestigious David Blow Award and received advanced training now, during November, at the Diamond Light Source, the United Kingdom's national synchrotron light source science facility. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Friedrich Jacobus Francois Jacobs.
Christo van Staden, in his thesis titled Structural and Computational Evaluation of Dimeric Gold-1 and Silver-1 bis diphenyl phosphine amine complexes, the candidate contributes to the field of chemistry by examining how structural components in Gold-1 and Silver-1 complexes influence metal-metal distances and subsequent impacts on properties such as photoluminescence. The findings reveal key trends between metal centers and structural parameters, offering insights into optimizing metal-metal distances for various applications. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Christo van Staden.
Doctor of Philosophy majoring in Computer Information Systems, Maleti Tipson, with his thesis titled Decoding the Debugging Process, an exploration of self-theories, challenges, and strategies to inform a tailored instructional approach for novice programmers. The candidate contributes to the field of computer science education by exploring how novices' debugging skills can be enhanced through self-theories and the decoding the disciplines framework. Using a mixed methods approach, he developed tailored instructional strategies to address learning bottlenecks and foster a growth mindset. The study demonstrates that such interventions have the potential to significantly improve novices' debugging abilities, providing valuable insights for programming education. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Tipson Maleti. Doctor of Philosophy majoring in Computer Science and Informatics, Marse Mokotsulane Ben, with his thesis titled Advancing the Skills Development of Novice Programmers Through Metacognitive Scaffolding, a customized new Piagetian stage model. The candidate contributes to the field of computer science education by exploring how the development of novices' basic programming skills can be enhanced through the use of a metacognitive scaffolding model. A stage collaborative metacognitive scaffolding model, or SCOMS model, was developed to provide a structured support for novices, and by employing a mixed method approach, the study showed promising evidence that the model has the potential to gradually enhance these skills. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Mokotsulane Ben Marse.
Doctor of Philosophy majoring in Disaster Management. Our Sonita Loom. With her thesis titled Developing an Integrated Flood Management Framework for Community Resilience Through System Thinking in Limbe, Cameroon. The candidate makes groundbreaking contribution to flood disaster management using system thinking and participatory approach with over 450 diverse stakeholders. The study pioneers a holistic and integrated framework to strengthen community resilience to floods. This innovative resilience framework offers practical solutions for policymakers and disaster practitioners. With 4 articles already published and 1 under review, Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Awa Sonita Loom. Same qualification, Doctor of Philosophy majoring in Disaster Management. Muyambo Fomiso, with her thesis titled Developing a Resilience Model Using a Comprehensive Multi-Hazard Risk Analysis and Disaster Risk Reduction Strategy for Extreme Weather Events in Kwakwa, South Africa. The candidate presents a groundbreaking contribution to the field of disaster management. Her novel framework, which integrates multi-hazard risk analysis and community capitals, offer a promising approach to enhance resilient building efforts against multiple extreme weather events. With 3 published articles and 1 under review, Acting Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Muyambo Formiso.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in entomology, Badenhorst Hanneleen, with a thesis titled Ecology and Diversity of Springtails and Spiders in 3 Biomes in Central South Africa. The candidate demonstrated decreasing in abundance and species richness of springtails, but not spiders, along a longitudinal transect in Central South Africa, as well as different assemblages occurring in the mounds of the snited harvested termite Trinivitermis trinovoidus compared to the surrounding grassland. Cyphotherid springtails showed contrasting associations with ant and termite mounds and other microhabitats, as well as distinct gut microbial and bacterial composition compared to that of termite mound soils. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Hanneleen Badenhorst.
Doctor of Philosophy with specialization in entomology. Fourie de Villiers, with his thesis entitled Identification and Management of Pyrethroid Resistance in Two-Spotted Stink Bug, Bathycelia distincta, Hemiptera pentatomidae on macadamia in South Africa. The candidate contributes to the broad understanding of pesticide resistance and stink bug management in South Africa macadamian orchards, addressing the significant knowledge gap in this field. Using pesticide bioassays and also PCR analysis, along with the development of novel grower management tools, the study greatly aids our understanding of the serious growing concern in global and local pest management. And it will actually assist the macadamia industry in future management endeavors. In memory of our late colleague, Prof. Schalk van der Merwe and mentor, Chancellor, I present to you Dr. de Villiers Fourie.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in geology, Sedzani Shane Netenjeni, with his thesis titled Assessment of the Detrimental Impact of Landfill Leachate on the Local Groundwater Quality and the Suitability of Cape Flats Aquifer for Drinking Water, City of Cape Town, Western Cape, South Africa. The candidate has conducted a study on the impact of landfill sites and seawater intrusion on aquifers in the Western Cape. Through his study, he has contributed to our knowledge of the relationship between landfill site leachate and groundwater resources in our water-scarce country, and thus contributes to our understanding of the management and sustainable use of groundwater sources in and around city environments in coastal regions. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Sedzani Shane Netenjeni.
Doctor of Philosophy in Integrated Water Management, Jason Paul Leroux, with his thesis, The Impacts of Degradation on Peatlands, Understanding the Role of Desiccated and Burnt Peat on the Hydrology of Peatlands in the Maputo Coastal Plain. The candidate contributes significantly to our understanding of wetland management in the face of environmental degradation. Using an eco-hydrological approach, the novel determination of peat hydraulic properties and a stratigraphic study of a late Pleistocene peat fire, the candidate contextualized the effect of wetland degradation and presents various management options encompassed in the argument that restoring high water tables enhances ecosystem service provision. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Jason Paul Leroux.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in Mathematical Statistics. Langston Amy Francis, with a thesis titled The Generalized Polya Process and its Application to Reliability Modeling, the candidate makes a remarkable contribution to the theory and application of stochastic point processes, specifically numerous results that were previously obtained only for the memoryless Poisson process are justified now for the history-dependent generalized Polya process and applied in a reliability-wise context. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Amy Francis Langston.
Doctor of Philosophy, major in Microbiology, Edouard Bischoff Edouard. With his thesis title, Investigation the Molecular Mechanisms Behind Antifungal Resistance in Candida auris, the candidate investigates the role of ABC transporters in drug resistance and pathogenicity in the yeast Candida auris. The transporter's effect on virulence was studied by subjecting Cairnoaptitis elegans to Candida auris infection and performing death assays of all the constructed mutants and wild-type strains. Results indicated that most of the transporters are involved in virulence. The study has potential implications for developing more effective treatment and preventive strategies against this increasingly concerning fungal threat. Chancellor, I present, on his birthday, Dr. Edouard Bischoff.
De Bruin Melanie Ann, with a thesis titled Crop Systems for Sustainable Agriculture in the Northwestern Free State, South Africa. The candidate makes a significant contribution to the field of sustainable agriculture, specifically the effects of crop rotation in the agricultural dominant area of the Northern Free State. This study provides guidelines on how to incorporate soybean and cover crops in rotation with maize to have a positive effect on its sustainability as well as food security. She's already published 5 articles from her thesis. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Melanie Ann De Bruin. Wessels Karel Hercules, with his thesis titled Exploring the Poor Uptake of New Agricultural-Based Technologies in Rural Communities in South Africa. The candidate aimed to improve poverty in rural communities in South Africa by investigating socioeconomic factors that could affect the adoption of improved agricultural technologies. Factors that influence the adoption of new agricultural technologies were identified by conducting interviews with small-scale farmers in selected communities, and these factors were then being used to develop a model that can amplify to predict the success rate of new technologies in other areas. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Karel Hercules Wessels.
Doctor of Philosophy, majoring in Zoology, Tamsin Lauren Foster, with a thesis titled Phylogeography, Morphology, Reproduction, and Activity Patterns of the Greater Padloper, Homopus femoralis, Reptilia testudinidae. The candidate significantly advances our knowledge regarding its genetic diversity, possible drivers of its current distribution, morphological adaptations, and aspects of the life history of the species. Although mitochondrial and nuclear DNA analyses confirmed its low genetic diversity, the former markers nevertheless found a signal of incipient cladogenesis. Climate and geological processes likely influenced its distribution, while intersexual differences in morphology and life history patterns align with expectations of natural selection. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Tamsin Lauren Foster.
I am now pleased to introduce Professor Claassen, Dean of the Faculty of Theology and Religion, who will present his candidates.
Acting Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to award the following qualifications to the candidates that I introduce to you. Higher Certificate in Theology, Dastil Lulamela, Kwatana Y, Advanced Diploma in Theology, Bingo P, Pue I, with distinction. Wonderful. Sorry. Thank you. Bachelor of Divinity, Lesia O.S., Master of Theology with specialization in missiology, Chuma S. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Acting Chancellor, I have the privilege of requesting you to confer doctoral degrees on the candidates presented to you. I request the supervisors to introduce their candidates to you.
Doctor of Philosophy in Theology with specialization in Bible translation, Mohokare Sisheme Meshach. In his thesis titled Translating Animal Names in the Sotho Bible, a Complexity Analysis, the candidate contributes to the translation of animal names in the indigenous African languages using a complexity approach, incorporating semiotics, alterity, and metaphoric analysis. He identified the biblical animals zoologically, compared characteristics and metaphorical uses of the animals in the Bible with those of the Sotho animals, and considered ecological and ethical issues involving the translation of the animals. This study has important implications for the future Bible translation projects, as well as current revision of the 1989 Sesotho Bible. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Mohokare Sisheme Meshach.
Chancellor, Doctor of Philosophy and Theology with specialization in Practical Theology, Mapalala Lefu Tefu, with his thesis, Children's Ministry of Pentecostal Congregations in Mangaung Township, a practical theological investigation, the candidate contributes towards the understanding of children's ministry as a collaborative and intergenerational effort between parents, teachers, and children, with the parents as the primary role players. It is recommended that there be a clear vision for the ministry, recruit, train, and retrain teachers, invite parents to the ministry, theologically ground them to understand their responsibility, and children should be allowed to make inputs in this ministry. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Lefu Tefu Mpalala.
Chancellor, it gives me great privilege to present to you Van Schalkwyk Hester Helena, a Doctor of Philosophy in Theology with specialization in Practical Theology. With a thesis titled Narratiewe Pastorale Spel en Gemarginaliseerde Gemeenskappe, the candidate investigated an interdisciplinary, playful, pastoral approach to which people in marginalized communities can relate and which would provide an articulation space for the emotional language of the participants as co-researchers. The research is documented via an autobiographical journey reflecting a narrative, participatory approach incorporating interdisciplinarity, resulting in the use of creativity as modus. An accessible board game, which was developed as a direct result of the research, is already fruitfully used in pastoral therapeutic environments. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Hester Helena van Schalkwyk.
Doctor of Philosophy in Theology with specialization in Systematic Theology, Malowa Rose Besnard, with a thesis titled African Women and Spirituality, a Study of Narratives and Agency. The candidate contributes to scholarship on Christian spirituality and African theology by investigating the question as to whether the narrating of a spiritual journey could contribute to the enhancement of women's agency in a context of continued patriarchy, with special reference to the Zambian society and church. The research finding of a meaningful combination of the notions of narrative and agency, accompanied by the use of autoethnography as research method, definitely charge a new direction in a study of African womanist spirituality. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Rose Besnard Malowa.
I am pleased to call upon our honorary doctorate recipient, Ms. Diop, to present the keynote address and congratulatory message.
Acting Chancellor, Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor, members of Rectorate, Deans of faculties, distinguished teaching and non-teaching staff, parents, graduates, esteemed guests, class of 2024, congratulations. It's a great honor to be here today, to be with you and receive an honorary degree from this University of the Free State, Bloemfontein campus. I'm also honored to address the faculty of this great institution in Africa. And I wanted to congratulate friends, family, guests who travel far and wide to be with the graduating class of 2024. Congratulations again. I have previously received 2 honorary doctorate degrees from the UN University for Peace in Costa Rica and Middlesex University in UK. But today, the 3rd one that you can imagine that I'm honored and more proud to have an African university, the Free State University, to honor me today. Thank you for the African women. And for me, it's an opportunity to celebrate with all of you graduates as you embark on and continue your careers in the various areas of your study. And by God, you could see the various competence and skills when sitting here and listening to those graduates. Congratulations again. So I will say that individually, but I want also to congratulate your parents, your families, professors, mentors, unsung heroes and heroines who have made your education journey so far possible. I'm proud of you and your achievement, which will contribute to make Africa greater and stronger. I know that the education milestone you have reached has been challenging. Pursuing education requires hours of hard work, determination, and resilience. These virtues you have demonstrated during your studies will be critical in unlocking doors beyond these academic walls. As you go to the world, I remind you of the word of Nelson Mandela, who says, I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." So remember that education values go beyond what you learn in class and textbook. As a humanities graduates, your education has equipped you with a framework for interpretative, reflective, and analytical capability to shape your understanding of the past and our vision for the present and the future. So I first met President Mandela, that we call Madiba, during the Burundi peace process, when I was bringing women to participate in those processes and building their nation. A wise man, a leader, compassionate, who understood that women's importance in peace process is key. And who realized sustainable peace. So Madiba said, I make sure that women are at the table and we don't bring only those who hold the gun. So I was very much inspired in my career by Madiba that I met many times. This example best demonstrates that leadership is not just about education, but it's about using knowledge to best serve humanity. Remember that you have now been equipped to think and act rationally, change your mind based on evidence, and examine deeply conflicting points of view without compromising on the ideals you have acquired here as you navigate a complex and uncertain world. Your education was not just for literacy or memorization of theories, facts, and figures, but also for bringing out self-consciousness and transformation, opening your eyes to diverse perspectives and cultivating virtues of empathy, integrity, positive character, and lifelong curiosity. In short, empowering you to be the leaders that you are today, but the leaders of tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier, I stand before you at a time when Africa is facing persistent political crises, such as, violence during election. We have a constitutional change of regime, civil war, bad governance that we know, and corruptions everywhere in our continent. We face humanitarian crises, ethnic and political tension, climate shocks, terrorism, and armed conflict. So the instability led to massive displacement, loss of life, destruction of infrastructure, social disruption, public health crisis, lack of access to education, and profound physical and psychological trauma among the population. So you see, Africa is suffering. Me, as a special envoy of the African Union on Women, Peace and Security, I can tell you that we are in a world where conflict abounds with negative consequences on people. We have traversed COVID-19, what I call the triple C, the conflict, climate, you know that. And that's what we are facing right now. Let me just give you an example on Sudan, for example. The conflict erupted on April 2023. It has killed over 60,000 people, 600,000. Displaced 8.2 million. Over 2 million Sudanese people have been forced to seek refuge in Chad, Ethiopia, South Sudan, countries that are experiencing political crises on their own. Other emerging challenges include climate change, which is threatening millions of livelihoods on our continent. In the Lake Chad basin that I visited recently, the shrinking of the lake, the disappearing of forests has compromised economic means of people, robbed of livelihood. In addition to political and governance challenge, young people are easily being recruited into terrorism. So let me just say that another scourge that they're adding is what we realized during COVID-19, gender-based violence. We continue to witness cases of violence against women, but also femicide. So we must work collectively to dismantle the patriarchal system that feed this phenomenon. What I'm very happy at is seeing the enormous capacity of this room, who is going to tackle the problem that we are facing in Africa. You have the skills, the knowledge, the experience, and the tool. And I'm sure that we will mobilize this wisdom and make sure that we address issues of conflict, but also of our development in our continent. So I want then to challenge all of you to be the game changer in your field. The knowledge you have received, to think critically, to solve problems, and to make a positive impact on the life of others. In addition, I advise you to have a mindset that today's challenges can change to opportunities for industries, for example, for job creation, for environment and biodiversity protection, enhanced social justice, and accountable leadership for our people. As humanities graduates, you can also play pivotal roles in promoting progress in society, even in emerging fields such as artificial intelligence with the focus on ethics, societal well-being. I encourage you to familiarize yourself with some frameworks that we deal with at the international community, either East Africa Agenda 2063 or the SDG 2030 and the recent Pact for the Future, and Resolution 1325, which is women, peace, and security, but also engaging on issues of what I have seen, science, technology, and innovation. So make yours this quote from the first democratic elected female president in Africa, from Liberia, Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that you know, who is also a Nobel Peace Laureate. And I quote, "If your dream does not scare you," and I repeat, if your dream does not scare you, it's not big enough. Take this initiative to grab the opportunity that comes to you to serve humanity. Obama have said, yes, we can. Yes, you can. My address today is not meant to teach you what to do. You know it. But to encourage you to have the courage to approach the world in a way that will develop your understanding based on your surrounding environment. Here I can give 4 leadership steps you may find helpful in your future life. They certainly contributed in making me who I am today and standing in front of you. First, you must understand and believe in yourself. That's self-confidence. Understand your background, family, community, your nation, your continent. Believe on who you are and the world and the opportunities that present your strength and their weakness, and react accordingly. There is nothing like just move with the flow, make a difference, make an impact. The second is the continuous learning. You know, I'm standing here in front of you, but have been continue to go in many classes and trying to understand new technology. So continuous learning is very important in our journey. So I urge you to be adept at perspective taking, develop lifelong learning, curiosity beyond self-awareness, be willing to see the world, the whole world, from other people's perspective as well. You know, there is a philosopher called Daisaku Ikeda, a Japanese. He said, find the balance between these to navigate a complex and interconnected world. Being alone without seeing or thinking about others may seem comfortable and worry-free, but you will be stuck in a small and limited world. Continue to research, not in our continent, but also outside Africa. The third is the role model and mentors. For me, I was in the International Commission of Jurists, and I had a mentor who was called McDermott. You know, I follow his step. I encourage you to find role models, and you have one. When I enter into this nation, I found somebody, and my friend was telling me, do you know about Bram Fischer, a change maker here in South Africa? Those are some models that we can also learn how they did it, how they transform, and how they make to be a change maker in their society. So avoid individuals who are pessimistic, but instead embrace integrity, hope, ambition, and discipline. The fourth is networking. Create around you your network, which is your net worth. Build professional and social friendship through purposely networking to acquire the virtues of ideas, skills, and knowledge. Knowledge sharing as a base for advancing human progress, respect for diversity, inclusion, and equity in our human endeavors. In conclusion, I'm going to say it in French. I'm a francophone, I'm coming from Senegal. Pour celles qui sont francophones ou ceux qui sont francophones dans ces salles, je voulais vous encourager. Je voulais vous dire que le monde est devant vous avec les opportunités pour vous et pour vos familles. Trouvez les moyens de communiquer, d'être intègre et empathique, d'avoir le respect pour soi et la modestie. I'm going to say it again in English. In conclusion, I urge you to have courage and face the world, seizing opportunities for yourself. And whenever you find a chance to serve your communities with integrity, empathy, respect, and modesty, please do. I congratulate you, class of 2024, and I wish you the very best in your endeavor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that inspiring keynote address and heartwarming congratulations, Ms. Diop. Distinguished guests, we're almost at the end of the program. I now call upon the Acting Chancellor, Professor Rhoda, to dissolve the proceedings of this afternoon.
Distinguished guests, this concludes the proceedings for this afternoon. But let us put our hands together one more time for all our graduates or graduates. And so graduates, A number of individuals have contributed to your success and to your being able to walk across the stage. So I'd like you now to applaud your family, your siblings, your parents, significant others, your lecturers, and your supervisors. And so the university takes great pleasure in inviting all graduates and their guests to exam room 4, where soft drinks will be served. The national anthem will now be played. After that, you are requested to remain standing while the congregation is dissolved and the main and academic processions leave the hall. Please rise. By virtue of the power vested in me as acting Chancellor, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of the Free State.